Hello there, YouTube family. It's been quite a long time now since I have come on. I am here today to give you some updates. The first one I want to let you know about is my Princess Cali Lily. She's been to the vet today for a 2-week follow-up following the 3 days of IV fluids that she had. And that follow-up also included, well, actually primarily was for a urinalysis and a complete blood work panel. So we'll hear back about that on Monday sometime. I'm coming to you on Friday, the 12th of July. So anyway, the biggest challenge with kidney renal disease is getting them to eat. Of course, the prescription diet she wants to know nothing about, and I don't even want to give it to her. Quite frankly, it's not healthy at all, but if she would eat it, I would at this point give it to her. I also did something called balanceit.com where I had to get an additive, and it was basically giving her rice with a little bit of pork, which isn't even a good thing, protein. Long and short of it is she wouldn't even touch that. That additive, it smells horrible. I can't imagine. It tastes like sour. How they expect a dog to eat that, but this dog is not having it. So then it was a matter of, do I give her raw food or not? I've been giving her that with pumpkin, and as of yesterday, she didn't want that. So last night she had beef that I cooked, and the night before she had chicken that I cooked with pumpkin. This morning she had fluids as well at the vet. She'll be getting it twice a week there. I can't do it at home. I'm just a little bit too anxious about the whole thing for a few different reasons. I prefer, and they were able to negotiate a decent price for me. I'm very grateful, so that she can go twice a week for that. So it's just, we'll see what happens Monday. This is a day-to-day, it's even an hour-to-hour process at times with renal failure in a dog or cat. I've been down this road before. I just wasn't, it always comes as a major surprise and shock because that's how it generally works. And so I'm trying my best to keep my chin up. Yesterday she had a fabulous day. She did get an appetite stimulant pill. However, she was her feisty self. And in my upcoming video, after this one, you're going to be hearing her in the background, which to me is amazing. So she's got life left in her, and as long as she tells me that, I will continue to support that in the best way that I can. And thank you all for your prayers. Please keep them coming. The next thing was Oreo, Ruby Oreo cookie. She got pancreatitis in the middle of this, but thankfully I have her all straightened out. She's been to the vet and all is good as of just now. I can tell you that. So it's been, when it rains it pours, and again, there are many people going through so much more, and I am no disrespect, I'm not trying to be disrespectful of anyone, but this is my more right now, and I'm doing the best I can to handle it. So moving on from that, this is Cali Lily. Currently, she's sleeping comfortably after having eaten and had her fluids today. And yeah, this is my girl. Love her, love her, love her. So again, thanks so much for thinking of her and me. I appreciate that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, I'm going to show you this chart. Okay, this is the basic eating plan for people who follow Brightline Eating. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Susan Pierce Thompson is the founder of it. She's a clinical psychologist, and her credentials are in neurophysiology, I think. I may be saying that incorrectly, but basically very much in the area of your brain and how it reacts to certain stimuli. And in this case, she developed this plan, and she has a very, very serious history with drugs and alcoholism and dieting, and it's amazing what she's made of her life. She's amazing. So in any event, Beth did this a while ago. I can't even keep track of time anymore, and I also did it with her, but I didn't do what's called the boot camp because that costs a lot of money, and I just kind of just took this chart that I just showed you and tried to run with it. So my plan for myself is to tweak that chart and make it that it works for me. However, ultimately, I would like to get rid of sugar and flour in my life. I did live without sugar and flour for 5 years. I did very well. I was not on a diet. I felt great. I did not even desire. You could put a cannoli in front of me. I'd be like, yeah, that's not my food. Hand up to God. Did I have these things once in a while? Within reason. I don't think I'm that highly addicted to sugar and flour, but right now, I'm feeling that I am because of my night eating issues. And so my plan is to at least try to dabble with this chart as best I can, and to see where I go from there. I'm not making any commitment to Brightline Eating by any means. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that plan 100%, but I'm going to try to at least use it as a guide to follow, which is not going to make me be on a diet, because I am quite done with being on a diet. It's much easier for me to know, okay, I'm going to have a grain, a protein, and a fruit at breakfast, period. Okay. And I look at the chart and it tells me, and believe me, there's not much that you have to look at the chart for once you get the hang of it. And I've done it before, so I kind of have that hang of it now. You just double check yourself sometimes. It's not a big deal if you need to. So that's easy enough. Okay. Potatoes, 4 ounces for my grain, 2 eggs, my protein, and a pear. Typical type breakfast. Simple, simple. Same thing for lunch. I would either have 10 ounces of salad or vegetable and a fruit and 4 ounces of protein. And that they don't give you a grain at lunch on that plan, but I would have to play with the grain and see if I wanted a grain at lunch or not, truth be told, especially considering on a work day. And then the dinner time is the same thing. You don't have a fruit, you just have your grain, your protein, and also your fat. I'm sorry, I left that out. Lunch and dinner, you get a fat, which in my case is a half fluid ounce of olive oil for the most part. That's the fat that I eat, or an avocado. So this is my plan for myself, and coming up in the video that is going to follow this one, I don't know when I'll get to put it up, is going to be, I'm not going to be doing a lot of talking in the video because it'll be too long. By now it's going to be like 3 days of eating on its own, and I will just say, you know, this is just to give you an idea of what I'm trying to do. I will tell you here and now that the last 2 days that I've done this, I was not successful. I did great during the day, but there were different reasons each day why I didn't do well at night. The first one being that I did not have dinner prepped. It's important to prep. I didn't have a plan for dinner. It got late. I didn't feel like making dinner, and I ended up having other things that was not in my plan for myself. Last night I ate dinner, but I guess I didn't have enough protein, and this is why I'm questioning putting a grain in at lunch, because I didn't add the grain at lunch, which I added the grain the day before, and I was still hungry, and that's how I got myself into trouble last night. So other than that, my last 2 days have been great. My scale went down. I don't know what it'll say on Friday. Whatever it says, it says. But I feel like I'm going in the right direction, and I have to get a grip on this eating because I've been to the doctor and she read me the Riot Act, and I was glad that she did, because my pressure is up and she's looking at me and saying, you're on a pressure pill. It doesn't matter if you ate salt last night. I have to consider that you have high blood pressure. So she's giving me a month to get my act together with that, and that means I can't eat junk at night, period. Can't have it. No salty foods. The other thing is she took my blood, full panel. So she's going to be calling me in about a week to let me know if my cholesterol is up, if I shouldn't have very high cholesterol or triglycerides, but the way I've been eating is not going to help those things in any way, shape, or form. It's time to get my act together. I have to do this. I am going to have good days and very, very bad days, considering what's going on in my household right now, but I still have to put my best foot forward, and I can't give up. So I hope to be making some videos to show you what I'm eating. And again, I don't have great expectations, but I do plan to give it my best shot. And I'm not calling it Brightline Eating, by the way. I'm calling it my plan, because I will be definitely having to tweak some things at least for now, and that is not considered Brightline eating. You have to be strict with that plan. That's just part of the plan. And I did figure out my calories will be for, if I stay on plan, even if it's a work night where I add a shake in, which I will do tonight at work, because I feel I need to, it will be like closer to 1600. And on the other days when I'm not doing that, it'll be closer to 14, between 14 and 15, like that. So I'm good with those calories, because guess what? If I'm having those calories and I'm not eating at night, I am going to lose some weight. And I'll worry about losing more weight when I get to the point where I have to lower those calories if I do. And I don't think that I'm going to have to do that. And I think 1200 calories is not a healthy thing for me. And I'm not looking to do that, not at my age. I need my protein and I need my calories. So that all being said, I hope that you're doing well out there and that your families are doing well. I wish you and your families many blessings. I thank you so much for having hung in there with me, and I cannot express to you how much it means to me that you are giving Cali your good thoughts and prayers, because it just really, really, I can't thank you enough for that. And please let me know in comments how you're doing. On the topic of comments, please forgive me if you've commented on the last couple of videos and I did not comment back. I just have not had the time to sit down. And I will definitely be doing that ASAP. My apologies. And I'm going to ask you again to please comment to let me know how you're doing, because I'm always interested in how you're doing. We're in this together. Okay? So thank you again very much, YouTube family. I'm going to send you your hugs now. I'm going to hope that, again, you're doing well and that you're doing at least one thing a day to take care of yourself. Hopefully many more. And I'll see you again soon in the next video. Thanks again for watching. Stay well.